these three things on a weekly basis should only take you 30 to 60 minutes. And they are the proactive types of things that you can do to get ahead of the competition in regards to, your place in line when those deals are released by the brokers. All of those opportunities start to come a little bit more predictably when you are proactive around your outreach to the folks in your network. And these three activities on a weekly basis help you get there. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another quick solo episode here on the Multifamily Wealth Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about how you can find more multifamily deals and ultimately grow your portfolio faster with just 1 hour of focused effort per week. And frankly, it might even be less than that. I think you could probably do these in 30 minutes per week. So in just 30 minutes a week, you can set yourself apart from all of the competition, all the other folks that you're competing with to find deals in your market by just doing these three things. And again, you can scale the time you spend on these up if you want to obviously increase the likelihood that you'll find deals. But if you're an investor who is currently just waiting for brokers to send you deals and scrolling Zillow at night when you're watching TV looking for opportunities or LoopNet or whatever, this is the podcast episode for you. And I want to dive into three things we do each week to find more deals. Number one is just dedicating 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, 10 minutes a week to text, email, or quickly call somebody in your network who regularly finds deals or is involved in the ecosystem of multifamily investing in some way, and just ask them if they have a deal, if they know of anyone who's looking to sell, or to just catch up, just share some things you've been working on and see how they're doing. And this could be other investors that are doing deals in your market, active investors. Maybe they're seeing stuff that doesn't work for them and they could send it over to you. These could be service providers, insurance brokers, property managers, could be title companies, closing attorneys, etc. Could obviously be brokers, right? That's most obviously who you would do this outreach with or do this networking with. But the whole thought process here is you want to facilitate communication outside of it being about a specific deal. Something like, hey, how's it going? What are you working on? We're actively looking for stuff. If you find anything, anyway, I can be a resource to you, right? That's something that you could send to literally any of those people. And just developing some consistency around that and doing it on a weekly basis. If you have 30, 40, 50 people on a contact list and you're cycling one of these, per week, it's 4 a month, it's 50 in a year. And outside of these little touch points, you're obviously going to be communicating with them as it relates to working on a deal or working on some other aspect of your business. But this just helps you to facilitate communication above and beyond that. So this should literally be something you just block off in your calendar. Some ideally you do in the morning before the day catches up to you and it gets pushed back or canceled. And it's going to help you just stay a little bit more top of mind with the folks in your network. Number two is spending 10, 20 minutes just posting one simple social post on a channel, whether that is LinkedIn, whether that's Instagram, whether that's in a Facebook group, which I don't have experience with. I'm not on Facebook and not in any groups, but we're pretty active, obviously, on Instagram, as well as obviously posting episodes on the podcast feed and trying to get a little bit more active on LinkedIn as well. And again, the goal here is for people to just see your name more, to just develop a little bit more mind share with the people in your network who may be able to bring you deals. And the idea of posting on social media, I think, is really intimidating for folks. But in reality, all you got to do is put up a picture of a property you walked, like a story, right? Or a Instagram feed post of a before and after from a renovation standpoint. Other things you can do here instead of posting is just engage with people on social media. Like go out there and follow a lot of other investors in your network who are actively posting, comment on their stuff or DM them or whatever, right? Just again, this helps you to facilitate more communication with people who may be finding deals in your market. Number three is really a monthly activity, but you can work on it weekly. And that is putting together some type of valuable monthly email newsletter that you send to your contact list. So again, this could be something that you're spending 10, 15, 20 minutes a week on. And over the course of a month, you've spent 30 to 60 minutes on it. But for example, what we do in our market is we take numerous articles that we find valuable and informative, and we consolidate them into one concise email and we share them with our list. And the goal here is to provide some value to the folks who are on our email list while mentioning at the bottom that we're also actively looking to buy deals and that we're still in the marketplace and participating and et cetera. And sometimes we'll announce kind of a business update that's a little bit more relevant to our business. But again, or I should say, we lead with value to our list and to the folks who are participating in our marketplace from a geographic standpoint. New Hampshire multifamily for us. So this is something that again is a little bit more time intensive than like 10 minutes you just bang out this email. But if you spend a little bit of time on it each week, then you send it out on the first of the month, and at least you're again developing a little bit more mind share with the folks who are in your network. So these three things on a weekly basis should only take you 30 to 60 minutes. And they are the proactive types of things that you can do to get ahead of the competition in regards to your place in line when those deals are released by the brokers, or when the wholesaler has something that doesn't work for their buyer list and they want to refer it, or when an investor finds something through a referral or through some direct to seller or whatever, and they aren't really ready to buy it, or their capacity is too full, or they want to go partner on it with someone. All of those opportunities start to come a little bit more predictably when you are proactive around your outreach to the folks in your network. And these three activities on a weekly basis help you get there. If you found this episode valuable or insightful or something that you'll actually use in your business, please take a second and leave the podcast a rating and review. Helps the show get noticed by more folks. We're rapidly closing in on 300 reviews, which will be a nice milestone. It'd be nice to get to 300 reviews before we get to 300 episodes. So, if you're someone who's listened to the podcast and pulled anything from it, take 2 seconds on iTunes, leave a review. Same thing on Spotify. Literally takes 2 seconds and is much appreciated by myself and the team that puts these together. But thanks again for listening to the show, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.